up as a child, apart from my birthday, Christmas Day, the one day in the year that I always looked forward to was May 27, Children's Day. My name is Isabella Akinseye and welcome to Correct Student. Now I know that we don't get to celebrate Children's Day the way we would have because of everything happening in the world. But not to worry, in this vlog I share with you 8 ways you can still mark the occasion, virtually of course. So let's get right into it now. Number 1, you can play games. Now you're talking about games, video games, board games, games that involve different members of the family. You can also play virtual games. So this is the time that all work and no play makes Jack and Jill very boring kids. So make sure that you carve out some time on this special Children's Day to play games. Of course, observe social distancing, at least 2 meters apart. And board games like Ludo, Ayo, Scrabble, chess are great games that you can play. And of course, video games, you're not actually touching anybody and you can be playing with a player that is across the world in another country. So that's my number 1 way that you can celebrate Children's Day. Now let's move to number 2. You can order food and drinks online. Yes, what's a party without some cool snacks, drinks, pizza, chips, chicken? Yes, this is definitely the day to indulge in some of your favorite treats. So get on the phone or go online and order your favorite snacks and food from a restaurant or an eatery that is offering contactless deliveries. That way, we minimize the spread of the deadly virus. Now let's move swiftly to number 3, and that is have a book party. You can see what's behind me. I have tons of books, so if I ever decided to have a book party, I would never run out of what to read. And the great thing about book party is that you can get your friends in your school, you can get your family members, you can get people across the world to join in your book party. And there's so many sites where you can do this. Just all you need to do is decide what book you will be reading and get your friends or your relatives to also decide the books they will be reading, and you take it in turns to read different books and then talk about what you've learned. This is not the time to be reading your textbooks. So comics, storybooks, novels, newspapers, magazines, you name it, make sure it's an interesting read. Now we're moving very swiftly. Remember I told you 8 ways to mark the occasion. And now let's move to number 4. Attend a virtual event. So many events happening online these days across different platforms. Your school might be organizing a virtual event, or maybe it's an organization that you use their services. They might have something in store, and they'll also give you the opportunity to take part in that event, provided of course you're a child and you meet their requirements. So different virtual events happening all throughout Children's Day. So make sure you plug into 1, 2, or as many as you can. Good luck. Move to number 5. Why don't you write your future child a letter? You're thinking why? Why not write your future child a letter telling them what Children's Day 2020 is like, and then just imagine 20 years, 30 years, 40 years later, your child is reading that letter. They will get a first-hand account from the mouth of a child of how they celebrated Children's Day. Talk about history. That's history in the making. And when you write your letter, you can decide to lock the letter up if it's a physical letter. If it's an online letter, you can store it in the cloud, send it to yourself as an email, and don't touch it till you have your future child. And then you can read it to them, and they will get a sense because of what it was to live through very interesting times. Yes, 2020 has definitely been an interesting year, and that's a mild way to put it. So we're moving swiftly to number 6. Wow, we're almost at the end of the list. Have you decided to do any of the things I've mentioned, I've listed? Are you doing some of them at the moment? Do let me know in the comment section. Share your ideas. Somebody might find it very useful. And number 6, organize a talent contest. Yes, a talent contest with a difference where the children, yes, I'm pointing at myself because I'm a child at heart. And I was once a child. And guess what? I'm still the child of my mommy and my daddy. So, where the children are the judges and the adults get to perform their special talent. So that's the time to get mommy, daddy, auntie, uncle, granny, grandpa, great granny, great grandpa, cousin, the older ones, or you call them the older kids, to perform in this talent contest. And you'll be amazed the talents your parents and relatives have to offer. And after that, you can decide to switch places and you also perform in the talent quest. And then the parents, the relatives become the judges. So having a talent contest for Children's Day where everybody in the end gets to be a judge as well as participate and show their talent. That's an idea. I bet you didn't think about that idea. And we're moving to number 7, and that is binge watch your favorite shows. Whether it's on TV, it's online, it's on an app. This is the day where if you've only been given, say, 1 hour for watching, your parents might decide to extend it to 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. That way you can binge watch your favorite shows. So I know some of you have your eyes on finishing that cartoon series, or you're interested in watching a documentary or a film that has part 1, part 2, part 3. Binge watch some of your favorite shows. That's a great way to spend Children's Day. We're almost at the very end of the list, and we're going to a final way to celebrate Children's Day, and that is give to an orphanage. So there are many children who don't have parents anymore and are living in orphanages. And sometimes they might feel left out, that I don't get to celebrate Children's Day. I don't have a mommy, I don't have a daddy. But when you give to the orphanage, and you can do that online, you can make a donation. There are several orphanages across Nigeria that you can donate to via the online platform. That money can be used towards celebrating Children's Day. Or if you purchase some things and you have the delivery company send it to the orphanage, like games, food, drinks, then those children will also feel very loved and special on this Children's Day. So, if you've enjoyed any of the tips I shared, all 8 of them, if you're doing any of them, like I said earlier, hit me in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Remember, Children's Day is our day. Yes, I'm a child, so it's my day, and I'm still super excited to be sharing and celebrating Children's Day with you via this YouTube channel, Correct Student. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please make my day and subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like, tap the bell so that you get notifications of new videos, and let us know what kind of videos you would like to see in the future. So a happy Children's Day 2020 from me, Isabella Akinseye, to you. Goodbye, and see you in my next video.